speak with dominance. Like, hi, my name is Teddy Johnson, right? Just so the camera microphone can pick you up clearly. Okay. And so I'm gonna make my introduction again. Take two. So, hi, my name is Minister Jerome Robinson with the Guardian Alliance, and I have here a guest with me, a special guest, Teddy Johnson, who will tell you about his a little bit about his life and his story and why he's here today. Right? Hey, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you. So, okay, so and God bless you. And God bless all of you. You've heard about the Guardian Alliance through someone at Marion County who's now in Tampa, and you wanted to be a part of the Guardian Alliance. You reached out to us. Talk about why.
I reached out to Guardian Alliance. I was accused of a sexual crime, sexual battery by the use of a firearm, which I wasn't convicted on. I proved my innocence by going to trial, and what happened was my mother, she gave me a call telling me that the authorities, they were kicking in door to door looking for me, that she was very concerned, she was scared, she didn't know what was going on. So I reached out to Detective Wiles, and Detective Wiles, he informed me of what was going on, and he wanted to speak with me in person. I then told him that I had my son with me, and could he give me a little time to come down there to talk with him, which I did. I went and met with him, and once I arrived at the jail, Mr. Detective Wiles, they informed me that he wanted to speak to me about my situation more in detail, but they ended up bringing me inside the jail and dressing me out. As far as
you went to, you were talking about the warrant or before. Talking about you met them at the jail.
Yes.
And then you said they were filling in a piece of paper.
They wrote up a private warrant right in front of me. The private warrant I asked about, and they was the officer stated, he said, "I'm writing this up in front of you. This is a private warrant." I was like, I've always known a judge to sign up on private warrants or warrants, period. I had never heard of a private warrant before. And they dressed me out, took me into the investigation room. They questioned me. They asked me would I speak. I had nothing to hold back or hide, so I was open to, talk to them without legal counsel. And they asked about my phone. I told them that I had my phone here with me, that they can go through my phone. They said they were gonna do a search warrant on my phone, that not only that they're gonna search my phone for what they're looking for, but they're gonna do a full phone extraction. So that means anything that has ever been done, on the phone, that they're gonna know about it. So I was fine with that. I gave it to them the first day. After that, they informed me that they were here for a sexual crime, and that I was, the alleged,
What are the charges? What are they charging you with?
They charged me with sexual battery by the use of a firearm and witness intimidation.
Okay. You get locked up, you go to jail.
Yes.
Your bond is what?
It's $75,000.
$75,000, which you obviously don't have. And you wanted to tell me about your time. You spent what, 2.5 years?
I spent 2.5 years
in jail for a crime you say you didn't commit. And the sheriff or the guard, or tell me what happened. By the way, if you've ever been to jail before, I can't speak for Marion County, but Lake County, they literally, the box, when the cook opens a box for For the meat, for example, it says not for human consumption. I mean, it's meant for farm animals, and that's what they feed you. It is worse. They treat you worse than a human should ever be treated. Whether you're guilty or not, Lady Justice, Lady Liberty is supposed to be blind, and you're supposed to get a fair trial. We're all blind, and we all think that the system works. No, it does not. It's not like you see it in the movies. It's not how courtroom really works. There's no, like, when they go in a trial, no, there's deals made in the background. The judge is best friends with the prosecutor. I mean,
right.
The judge was a former prosecutor. And the culture is, I talk to 2 or 3 prosecutors or attorneys or judge every single day as part of my job. And I'm writing letters, I'm corresponding over the phone. Right before this, I was probably about maybe 30-minute call with an attorney. It's a very different culture. If you want to get something done, you can wheel and deal and get things done. But every single public defender, every single prosecutor, public defenders hate their job. They don't want to be a public defender. They want to either go on and do private practice, or they want to one day maybe be a judge. But they have to do their due diligence. They assume their clients are guilty. I'm dealing with another case right now where Stasia Ray Arnold, literally her assistant stated that she's going to do whatever the prosecutor tells her to do. They do not represent, they do not go see their clients, they do not represent their clients. And when a prosecutor knows that you don't have an attorney and that all you have is a public defender, you're screwed. I mean, you are done. The prosecutor can trump up whatever charges they want. Know that they'll tack on a bunch of other charges, so you plead out. It's all about winning. They assume you're guilty. They truly believe you're guilty. Everybody is guilty until proven innocent. And Teddy Johnson will explain more on what happened to him while you're in jail. You asked for a speedy trial. They denied it.
Correct.
They use COVID as an excuse. By the way, they'll use anything they can as an excuse. I've seen doctors, I've seen jail administrators put someone in a COVID wing so they can get additional funding from federal funding from the government. If someone dies, if someone doesn't have COVID, they'll stick them in with COVID patients. If someone dies, they get almost 35 grand. If someone just has COVID, they get almost 20 grand. It's like 90 minutes some change. They have it's a very lucrative business, COVID is. And so I've seen patients get stuck into a COVID ward that did not have COVID, still didn't have COVID. The doctor would basically get on somebody, a patient, hey, wear your mask, and their mask is not even on their face. I have pictures, in jail pictures, because when I do these, I do a lot of outreach ministry, and so I will take screenshots. They shut me down all the time. I have more issues with police not wanting me to do my job and to keep them from being corrupt. I'll get into that with you another time. Your time there, they wouldn't let you do a speedy trial. How many times you get to see your public defender?
It was a whole year before my public defender even came to see me.
Wow, a whole year sitting in jail. Like, we have nothing better to do. By the way, you have children?
Yes, I have a son.
Wasn't able to, a son and 2 daughters, wasn't able to see his kids. Wasn't able to be there and father his kids because his public defender wouldn't even come and see him. A lot of this stuff should have been dropped before it even, within weeks. A good attorney would have had the case thrown out. And tell me why.
Because there were no weapons involved in this case. The medical examiner, she cleared me by saying there was no tearing, there was nothing to go along with the allegations against
you
me.
Actually had an ongoing relationship with your accuser, correct?
Correct.
So when you got into the courtroom, Judge Herndon, by the way, very biased judge. If you get her, you're in trouble. Now, I don't want to spread rumors, and I don't, the rumors are around she has an invested interest in the jail, and she, I guess, she profits. I don't want to spread rumors, so this has not been verified. That a lot of the judges there profit or part owners of either the jail or
the property as well as the jail,
the property or something of that nature. I don't want to go off on a tangent, and I don't want to accuse somebody of wrongdoing when they could be very innocent of said claim. Jail talk is jail talk, right? Have you heard anything to that? To that claim I just said?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm probably the only person who doesn't know, but I guess it's common. Every single person I've ever talked to, and I administer all the time, several times a day, they've all had the same claim that Judge Herndon, among others, I guess I've heard another claim too. One of Judge Herndon's children died of something, but I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't found any.
What's facts is that she's an ex-sex prosecutor.
An ex-sex prosecutor. Okay, I have heard that before, several times, and I'm actually a key witness in someone that was wrongly convicted. Same judge, by the way, wrongly convicted. A couple of months after your case, got sentenced to 30 years, and then did downward departure to 10. Wrongly convicted. I was actually a witness to. I wasn't friends with the client. I was friends with the client's husband, who made those false claims and brought other witnesses forward that are better witnesses than myself. Anyway, don't want to go on a tangent. I just want you to understand how corrupt the system is. It's not. If you talk with an accent, you'll look like Teddy Johnson, whether you're black. And by the way, Marion County is a very racist county. You're black, you're Spanish, you talk to me, Teddy. You kind of have he's making himself sound better, but I'm willing to bet you kind of have more of a thug talk, like, hey, my name's Teddy Johnson, I'm player. I don't know. Talk to me. You got some gold teeth in there?
Yes.
Oh, they're gonna slam the book. They judge. Judges judge. Yeah. They judge you by your appearance. They judge you by your past. You're not supposed to be judged by your past. If the system so-called works, which it does not, you're not supposed to be judged by your past. If you have any criminal record, I'm dealing with another client who, because of their record, they have no proof of this person's wrongdoing, but because of their record, they're automatically going to slam a lot of charges up against this person because they saw that they had a PD and they can get away with it. You have a PD, you're screwed. PD is a joke, and the Bible talks about our legal system, and it's right on guardian-alliance.com, and there's more to come. If you haven't volunteered, become a volunteer, join us, and help out. But it talks about how corrupt. If you've ever seen The Devil's Advocate, I know it's a little extreme with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, definitely Charlize Theron. Definitely encourage you to watch that movie. I say that because I'm not saying someone who, I don't think people, when they go to law school, I think their intentions are good. They love the law and they think the system is a certain way, and unfortunately, when they graduate or right before they graduate, they learn and they become a product of the culture. And the culture is everybody is guilty. Everybody, it's all about winning. It's not about the truth. It never has been. You buy someone a yacht, or give them a Porsche, or give them, throw some money at them, or have them be part of your country club, or this, that, whatever, a board of directors. There's so much BS that goes on behind the scenes. If you have money, you're good. If you don't, you're screwed. A lot of these cases, people don't realize they don't even have to go to the judge. So yes, judges are corrupt. Judges are in denial that lawyers don't lie. Lawyers lie. Every single one of them does. In fact, the law states in Florida that you can actually get away. Attorneys, prosecutors, and judges are allowed to lie a little bit. Now, it doesn't say lie. They're allowed to have a certain amount of errors, right? And if you have a certain amount of errors, that's okay. You can't overturn a case. Basically, an attorney knows that they can lie. I've personally witnessed an attorney in Tampa, Lazaro, completely lie to one judge. I mean, I'm not talking about exaggerate. Completely lie. Then go to a different judge, lie, and then the judge will act. It's an officer of the court. How could they lie? For the same reason you lie, for the same reason you're corrupt, you are an attorney. Do you know I'm not kidding when I say this. I don't want to get sued for saying the truth, but there is, I want to say most, but I can't legally say that. There's many judges who will go on their lunch break and blow lines on the dashboard of an attorney or prosecutor. There's more corruption. I was in law enforcement over 20 years ago. I was in the military. There's more corruption in our law enforcement and our public servants, our judges, our prosecutors, and our public defenders than there are per capita than there are in the civilian world. A lot more. I mean, the numbers are staggering. There is probably less than 4% of good, honest attorneys, police officers out there. In fact, police officers are trained. It's a culture. When I worked with them, it was they would brag about some of the craziest things you've ever heard of. Whether brag about a murder, brag about stealing, or what person they, to get them off of a charge, had sex in the back of their cop car or in the front of their cop car. Just crazy things. This happens every day in every police station. And the higher up the officer, the more corrupt they tend to be because of the culture that they breed down below. If you do something wrong, they don't want the public to find out about it. Planting evidence, there's not a police station that doesn't plant evidence. And you can go ahead, and I've got video archives of really shady stuff. I've had my YouTube shut down, my Google shut down, Facebook. I've had so many different things from putting this stuff out there. I've had people who work with me or work for me harassed and vehicles towed by police officers, corrupt police officers that I have on videotape doing corrupt stuff.
Tell it. See the attitude of the Lady Lake Police Department, and this officer is who?
My name's Officer Pettis, badge number 234.
Okay.
And we are ignorant. We live in a bubble. Don't think for a minute. That's why there's such a thing as IA. It's cops, police cops. And they know more than anybody how corrupt the system is. I mean, ridiculous. The unions. How many people get killed every day by a police officer, and it's ignored, it's hushed, and it was justified because, and I get the concept. If enough people hate the police, or if enough people do George Floyd or something of that nature, it's going to make all police look bad, and it's going to hurt the system. Well, it's very important you know that the system is not good. And they say one man can't make a difference. One man can. And I'm asking you to help. I'm asking you to join us. Fill out volunteer or join us button on guardian-alliance.com. Go ahead and continue, if you don't mind, what you were talking about as far as you go finally get your day in court. While you were in jail, there was times where they wouldn't let you use the phone, things of that nature.
The section that we were in, it was a sex pod. And being that it was a sex pod, a lot of officers are biased towards the inmates in that dorm. You rarely get recreation. The meals come late. The videos, your visits with your family, they'll cut your visits.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen where people, they will let you out sometimes. I don't know your experience, but I've dealt with some clients that they've let out once a week for a half hour, and that's not enough vitamin D. You actually see a pigment change. I've seen them out a year or two later, and their pigments change. I've seen black people get a little white. I've seen tan people get these like weird blotches because they don't have vitamin D or they don't have the proper nutrients. Marion County is really big on denying Bibles, trying to get Bibles there, trying to get chaplain there, trying to, if you have glasses, they won't let you wear them, or contacts, depending on the circumstances, unless you came in with them. But it's very difficult to get them to you, for a loved one to get them to their loved one that's there. But you got denied. A lot of your rights were impeded, or you were denied a lot of your rights that you should have had as a citizen, as a human being, and as an American. So you get to court, and Judge Herndon is giving you, I heard, the evil eye.
Yes,
Was there a jury or no?
Yes, there were a jury. Okay. I did not have a fair jury. A jury of my peers. Everyone was, older, way older than I. Even the officers, they had to admit on transcript that they failed me. My own officers failed me.
Tell me about the cell phone. You turned in your cell phone to clear your name, and they lost it.
They lost the information. They did a data wipe on my phone, all the evidence to prove my innocence, and they lost it. And I was going to trial. And if you're going to trial, you need that type of evidence to be able to prove your innocence. Mm-hmm. And they denied me that by losing it.
Okay. Judge Herndon was giving you the evil eye. I skipped over that, and I apologize. She definitely felt you were guilty.
Yes.
And you said something before that the sheriff made a video, or
yes,
what's the sheriff's name?
His name is Billy Woods, Sheriff Billy Woods. There was a video posted to my Facebook page, and the video, it contained some information where Billy Woods, he come on, the first thing he says, I bring to you today the scum of the earth. His name is Teddy Johnson. I'm only going to mention his name one time. He deserves to be in my jail. I know a lot of people's going to have a lot to say, but he's not going to go back and forth with you. And just because my name is Teddy, he compared me to Ted Bundy. He say,
a murderer.
I haven't killed anyone. I don't even have that type of background.
Okay. Teddy, when you felt so hurt. Your life was taken from you.
2.5 years.
And you wanted to sue them. I'm not telling you not to, by the way. What I am saying is that, and if anybody wants to take his case, feel free to go on to guardian-alliance.com, and there's an attorney section. Click on it, and he'd love to hear from you. But you do have a background, and I looked you up.
Right.
And it's not pretty.
Right.
I can tell you right now, if I wasn't a saved man, I might judge you and think the worst of you and convict you before I even met you, simply based on your background.
Right.
And so this is my message to all of you. Unfortunately, the flesh does judge. The flesh is not of God. And do not allow you will be judged, and based on your past, as much as you shouldn't be legally. And a good attorney should fight that. But stay out of trouble. Know that if you do get in trouble, learn from that. I can tell you right now, this man right here probably did a lot of dumb things in his past. But have you learned from it?
Yes, I have.
So, Sheriff, what was his name again?
Billy Woods.
So, Sheriff Billy Woods, you're not a nice person. And I don't think you should be a sheriff. But that's not for me to judge you. So instead, I'd like to pray for you, and for others to pray for you to learn from this and to be better and to seek God. So the flesh would not have you be a sheriff, right? A Christian follower who is Christ-like would pray for you and want you to be better and to don't hurt anybody anymore, because what you're doing is worse than a civilian. You're abusing your power, as most sheriff and police officers do. You're abusing your power and you're hurting the people that you swore to protect and you swore to represent. I don't know if you were picked on when you were young. I don't know if you were abused. Most of the sheriffs that I know couldn't pass a psychological background to save their life. Yet that's who I find fills most of these positions. Whether they were a thief, picked on, or a bully, they're looking for power and control and retribution and vengeance. And that's not okay. So at some point, whether it be today, tomorrow, or wherever in the future, there will be a strong enough uprising to where I don't want to defund the police department. I want to fund them more, but not to pad their pockets and their paychecks. I want to re-educate them. And I want the Guardian Alliance to help make sure that they are re-educated. Not necessarily looking for anybody to be fired or terminated. I don't want less police. I don't want to privatize the police, and I don't want more federal police. That's not up to me. It's up to God. Because God has a plan, and we will follow it regardless of what we think. We don't want to put God in a box. We want to live, not question God, not why God, just understanding He's got a plan. And God's plan may have made everything happen the way it happened, so Teddy Johnson could be here today to talk to you and minister to you and tell you to stay out of trouble. Or you could be wrongly accused, so he says, and possibly wrongly convicted. So I say, a lot of people don't know this about me because I was told not to talk about it, or because it's bad. It's quote unquote embarrassing. But ever since I was a little kid, I'm a light-skinned black man. I've always considered myself black. I've been placed in handcuffs by Lady Lake Police Department. Got it on video. This is the first time I'm really talking about it on here. I was going to make a whole video out of it, and I didn't, because I just didn't want to ruffle any more feathers. But I literally have been placed in handcuffs just because. No reason. They came in, said there was a gun on property. I had kids. I was hushing the kids, trying to get the kids out of the way because they were coming in with guns drawn, and put me in handcuffs, and brought me over to the squad car. I didn't go in. I've been targeted just because of my race. I've been targeted for, I don't want to seem biased. So this movement is not about me. It's actually about Teddy Johnson. It's about Heather Reyes, who, it's about so many people, whether they're guilty or not. Let them have their day in court by an honest judge and by an honest prosecutor who's supposed to be an officer of the court and represent the people. She's giving you, Judge Herndon is giving you ugly looks, trying to influence the jury, so you think.
Yes.
And trying to get the jury to sway in your favor. Or, sorry, against you.
Against me.
I mean, she looked at you, gave you dirty looks.
Yes.
Anything she said or did that just makes you feel that the system is wrong?
During the trial, they were trying to sway the jury by bringing in multiple sheriff dressed uniform officers at the moment of my delivery.
Okay. So, for all those that don't know, Marion County is very skilled. I have actually caught Marion County more than most counties. Marion County, Florida, by the way. So let's get that clear. But they've taken these courses and they're educated in. If you ever heard of a controlled call, you probably haven't unless you're an attorney. But in an interrogation room, they'll try to get you. They'll say different things to try to manipulate an outcome. I've taken courses. One course in particular, really great course. FBI trains on, and many police officers train on. But there's in a very quick, short period of time, you can manipulate a conversation to get someone to admit they're guilty if they're not. Not that this happened here. To admit, to say certain things happen. They'll even cut up the Marion County Police Sheriff Department are very guilty of this. They'll cut up a phone conversation, piece it back together, and have a totally different. You could say, yes, I would like a glass of orange juice. No, I did not commit that murder. They could cut it up, and it's legal, and the judge will allow it, Judge Herndon, hint, hint, hint. Yes, I did commit that murder. It's not what I said, but they can cut up a phone conversation, a controlled call to where that's the outcome. They can manipulate you to get you to say something you didn't say. So often I deal with a prosecutor now, I think his name is Argento, claims he's a Christian. I'm not going to say he's not. It's not out to spew vengeance right now. I want you to be clear. Argento is guilty of being part of a culture that teaches them to lie to themselves and believe their own lives. For example, I had to make it very clear, and I'm going to give him this. I'll give him credit for. I'll knock him on a few different things, such as he's out to win, doesn't care about the truth. In my opinion, definitely shouldn't be a prosecutor, shouldn't be an officer of the court at all. But I made it very clear to him, please, I am very familiar with the tactics of the Marion County Sheriff's Department, as well as prosecutors and in Marion County. Please do not misinterpret or say my words in any other way that I told them to you. And so I am happy to say he did not do that. When you speak to an officer, when you speak to a prosecutor, make sure that you record the conversation. Whether they don't let anybody tell you it's illegal to record a conversation. It's illegal to use it against them in the court of law. But you cover your butt and you record every conversation. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care if they tell you it's against the law. That's their words. You record everything and you protect yourself. You record conversations, you video when possible, and you make sure you let them know, please do not twist your words, that you will be recording or you have recorded, and that you've taken good notes that to not twist your words or say something that you did not say. Prosecutor will interview a witness and coach that witness into making a false statement. I've seen it happen over and over again. Do you believe that the prosecutor in your case, I don't know if you know who the prosecutor was?
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
Oh, Ashley Shaw. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Ashley Shaw.
Ashley Shaw was the prosecutor. Do you feel that she coached?
It was he.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Ashley Shaw is a he. Do you feel that he coached the witness against you in any way, shape, or form to say certain things that would make you look guilty in front of a jury?
Yes.
Do you feel that Prosecutor Shaw asked the witness to lie in any way, shape, or form?
It was evident. Okay.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think if I was to contact the person who, quote unquote, falsely accused you, your words, of a crime that you did not commit, do you think if she was willing or intoxicated or whatever, that she would openly tell the truth and say that, yes, this prosecutor coached her to lie?
Yes.
Okay. Prosecutors should not be telling people to lie to win a case. It is wrong. It should be illegal, and it's allowed. The system is against you. The system is not for you. The system is very much against you. Trial took how long?
It took 1 day. It was supposed to have been a 2-day trial, but
jury came back and found you.
They found me not guilty.
Not guilty.
But also, Lisa Herndon, I was supposed to have a 2-day trial. She said, no, we're going to give him a 1-day trial. Whatever we don't have together by now, y'all should have had it done. We're going to run it.
All right. Didn't give you a fair trial?
Didn't give me a fair trial, no.
Yeah. Was she upset about the outcome?
Yes. Everyone was. Even the sheriff department, because, again,
they wanted you guilty.
They tried to sway the jury by coming in at the last second. Fully clothed sheriffs sat on their side against me, and they were making straight eye contact with the jury.
Trying to intimidate the jury.
Letting them know, like, we are the ones, you should believe us over him.
Okay. System's pretty messed up, eh?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's do something about it. You want to?
I'm
you and me?
Definitely going to do something about it.
Ministers of change, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. God bless you.
God
Listen,
bless.
For all that are watching, Guardian-Alliance.com. We need your help. Please become a part of this movement and fill out a volunteer application. We could really use your help to help change the world. But anyway, I want to say God bless you, and just a real quick prayer. Real quick, I want to say thank you, God, Lord, for bringing Teddy Johnson here and for allowing us the ability to show you and the public that we are servants of you, and we, whether it's rain or shine, today is the day that you have made, and the beauty of what you have done and the beauty of what you are doing in our hearts, in our souls, in our minds, and in the people is amazing. I feel so blessed to be able to serve you in any way, shape, or form, whether it's to shovel donkey dookie, whether it's to minister to people. You tell me, you point the way, and I will do. I will follow. I am yours to command. I am yours to communicate. My ears are open to you, Lord. And Teddy Johnson is a changed man and wants to serve you. God bless you, Teddy Johnson. God bless you, everyone out there. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for coming by. Thank you. We're going to do a volunteer car wash tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And what I'd like from you, if that's okay, I noticed you didn't bring the documents that I asked you. I don't know if you did or not.
No, I didn't bring it today.
Another time. But I'd like, bring them whenever you get a chance, because I want to make copies of them, or at least digital, and get them over to some attorneys that I know that'd be very interested in looking at your case. With that being said, I want to put a picture of you up on the site and a bio of, in your words, everything we have discussed in words. So I'm gonna have you your own blog on there, and I want it to catch stream. So we'll basically create you a Facebook awareness as well, and we're gonna get you ministering to other people, and to keep them out of trouble, because I know you want to do outreach in the community,
right,
but also to help others in need. I meet people every day that really would be inspired by your story, and a lot of people you could bless with that story. And I want to teach you the Word of God. If you don't know it already, I don't know if you've been saved, but one of these days we're going to talk, and I'm going to get you saved, brother. And we're going to read the Bible and pray and really get to know Jesus Christ. So if you can get that to me at some point over the weekend, that'd be amazing. In fact, I might be able to teach you how to do it. To go on the blog. Here, I'm gonna have you pull up on your phone. Go to guardian-alliance.com. And then I'll show you where there's a blog section. You already filled out an application a while ago. Man, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise. Okay. Full coverage.
Let me see. No. Let's see. It's Guardian Alliance. And then .com. All right. So it's guardian-alliance.com. This is the website, right? We're going to go to the blog page, and then there's Heather Reyes right there, right? So we're going to have you. Save. I gotta learn how to do this myself. I might have to change a setting, but yeah, basically, you'll have your own blog up here, and so I'll learn how to do this for everybody who's watching. Sorry, I'm not the most tech savvy person in the whole world, but we'll create you'll be able to click a button and you'll be able to do it. Okay. All right, so I apologize, but it'll be on the blog page, which is like the very last page, and then just create your own blog and your story and upload your picture, as many pictures as you want, and tell your story of what happened and how we can help you. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Teddy Johnson, live and in person. Go ahead, Teddy. What were you saying before?
I was explaining about the environment in Marion County Jail. The COVID situation, they were saying in the newspaper that they were treating people with shots and they were keeping the facility clean and all of these precautions they were taking. They were not taking those precautions. They were not coming in there, doing the testing before you come into population, or, checking temperatures and all of that. They were covering a lot of stuff up under the rug that they were really doing. And the pandemic, it had a lot of stuff stirred up in the sexual dorm, to the point where they wasn't allowing us visitation. We wasn't able to go outside. We were, and if you did get a visitation, they would make sure they cut your visits. We were being deprived of a lot of things, and just because of the dorm that you're in, or the charges that you're facing. And I was in there facing 2 life sentences on a crime I did not commit. And I was deprived, counseled by my attorney. He didn't come see me for a whole year. When he did come to see me, he said to me, "I'm looking at an innocent man." With those words being said, why didn't you fight for me to come home? Knowing that there was no weapons involved in this case. There was nothing, the medical examiner could find to prove that this woman was sexually battered. There was no one to be able to say that her phone was tampered with, because it was her phone, and everything that was in her phone showed that everything I said was true. My phone records was taken. They did a data wipe on my phone and then lost the records. Knowing that I'm fighting for my life, they forced me to go to trial. or they would try to wait me out to take a plea. It was either one of the two. You're either going to sit long enough to take a plea, you know.
I know they typically want you to take a plea, so they'll have you waited out.
Right.
So to try to force you to take a plea because they want to win, and
Right.
it's one of the dirtiest tricks in the book, and they'll try to get you to give up and say, you know what, I just want to go home. I'll take a plea.
But an innocent man don't give up. You're going to fight to the end, especially when you have kids and you have a family and people who care about you. You're not going to give up. And that's what I told him. I said, there's no plea good enough for an innocent man. I want to go to trial. If I can have trial today, I want it. And they denied me that because they knew that I was innocent. And they didn't want me to really go to trial because they were scared to go to trial because they knew they didn't have the evidence in the beginning to even detain me. I was detained on a private warrant, a warrant that was wrote up in my face, which is against the law. You know, a judge supposed to sign off on a warrant. I had never heard of a private warrant until then. I came to clear my name. I was never arrested. There was never a manhunt for me. I came down. I did what any innocent man would do, and that was come clear your name.
All right. I am so sorry for all that you went through, man. So sorry. God bless you. Tell me about what you had talked before. You were saying how like you wanted to come out and you wanted to do this organization, blah blah, and then I said what I said.
Due to the things that I've been through, I've learned a lot. You know, I have a past, but people change. I'm not the same man I once was in the past. I know I have a gift. I know I have a purpose, and I want to use that purpose. I'm going to use my purpose to reach the youth. I want to give back to the community using my talents as well as my testimony. And I want to, you know, partner with Jerome. You know, we're going to, you know, give back to the community. We're going to do a lot of events. I just want to, you know, share my story and let people know that don't give up because God, He is real and He has a plan for each and every one of us. And if He could turn me around and show me that, hey, I am great, that I'm a king and I can do great things, then I know you can do it.
Teddy, I've never been so convicted for your cause than I am now. And I say that because when I initially spoke with you, and then I spoke to you with Sister Angel and Sister Q, I call her Mishi, I wasn't sure of your innocence. And you know, after doing the research on your background, I was even more unsure of your innocence. And God has this way of putting people together, and it's beauty. It is artwork. It is just absolutely amazing. And you were saying before that you wanted to put something together exactly like this, the What About Us program. And it turns out that's exactly word for word what you described before was exactly word for word what Guardian Alliance is all about. And so I am so impressed by you. It's not even funny. And I wasn't sure that you'd make good board of director material, but I'm convinced both of your passion and of your story that you were definitely board of director material. And I think you're an amazing person, and I can't wait for you to minister to others. So God bless you. God bless you. Good job. Thank you, God. All right, so don't worry about it if you mess up or whatever. So this is how we're gonna work. I need to definitely lose weight. Let's see how we're gonna do this here. Jeez, man. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this shot at all. My wife is right. I am fat. Okay. By the way, my name is Jerome Robinson, minister with Guardian Alliance.